Here's Kyle Rickey as we bring the call before you dig 811 modified event to green.
Ronnie Williams to the inside lane. Eric Goodale to the outside lane. We are underway for 81 laps around the Stafford half mile, and it's the inside lane with the jump for a moment. Williams leads the field to the back straightaway. Goodale hanging tough in second. Galco right there in third with Rocco to his outside in fourth.
They come off the turn like a swarm of bees back to the line. It is car number 50 by inches. Goodale, the current leader on the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour point standings, runs high, wide, and handsome to the outside.
Trouble mid-pack, one car spins to the infield. That's
Matt
25
Swanson.
of Swanson. We'll stay green for now.
As they work their magic off from turn number 4.
Back the inside of Williams a lap ago. It was the opposite with Williams as our pole sitter. Off turn 4, we try it again. Green is out. We're back underway to begin lap number 2. And once again, Williams with the jump in the outside lane. Here's Goodale battling back to the bottom. Galco in thirds will be overhauled by Rocco. That outside lane gets a great run.
Teddy Hodgson makes his magic in the upper groove, and Teddy Hodgson is coming to the front of the class like the old hot knife through butter. Meanwhile, the number 11 car also starting to come to life for Corey DiMatteo, but the leader is Williams. He was among the quickest cars in practice. Meanwhile,
Swanson off the pace further back. A little bit of a smoke off of that car. Not sure if he has a tire rub on car 25. He will go to pit road as we stay green. Leaders off turn 2. Williams to the point. They are stacked up side by side, 2 rows deep from second on back. Goodale and Rocco nose to nose for position number 2.
Tommy Barrett is starting to show some muscle. He's up to the 7th position with that number 4 car. Now that's a big move for him. He started in the 10th position. He's among the movers and shakers. Meanwhile, 4 cars make it 5, contending for the 2nd spot. And Goodale continues to guard that on the inside lane. Meanwhile, Teddy Hodgson just looks for some racing room. He had a tremendous run at New Smyrna during the month of February.
Teddy Hodgson, car 55, just inside of the top 10 as he's making his way to the point, trying to follow DiMatteo in the 11 to the front as we check in on pit road.
Yeah, Matt Swanson's all done. The 25 Casella is being pushed behind the wall.
Heartbreaker for them. They are usually right up front in the competition, almost 3 wide for the 3rd or 4th position, but it doesn't happen there. Back to 2nd, Goodale. Still digging and digging in hard. Side by side, bid for the runner-up spot. Keith Rocco. Looking like days of old. As Rocco continues to work his magic.
Deeper in the order, Woody Pitcat picks up a spot on Teddy Hodgson for position number 9. Hodgson back to 10th. You get a look at Rocco trying to take that 2nd spot away from Eric Goodale, and he'll do just that as they come back off of turn number 4. Rocco to 2nd, Goodale to 3rd, Galco right there in 4th, Chase Dowling rounding out the top 5. Man, they are tightly stacked from 2nd on back, well behind Ronnie Williams, who is a 2-time winner in these open modified race cars here at Stafford, picking up a win in 2019 and another one in 2020, looking for his first win in nearly 2 years here in an open modified.
Here comes a bid for 2nd, down underneath or on the outside. Here comes Keith Rocco, still trying to hold on. Meanwhile, Goodale moves in, takes over 2nd. Here comes Matty Galco. He now tries to put the wheel down under on the 3rd spot. Can't do it. Galco dips down, tries it again. Rocco shakes him off like a dog who has fleas.
Rocco in 3rd, Galco in 4th, Dowling is there, Gallup is there. Here comes Tommy Barrett closing in. DiMatteo nose to tail like a conga line from 2nd on back as the race leader has a healthy lead at the front of the field for Ronnie Williams. 1.4 seconds a lap ago. That'll open up a bit more this time over Goodale in 2nd. That equates to about 15 or so car lengths on the racetrack. Goodale's been able to get away from this ongoing battle from 3rd on back that is led by Keith Rocco.
There's no question about it. Rocco continues to try to hold that line. Here comes Matty Galco. He's going to try to make the move to the inside. Meanwhile, Chase Dowling sees an opening, can't complete the move. Remember, we saw that type of a situation in qualifying, and Jeff Gallup is turning in one of his best runs here at Stafford in an open show with that white number 4 car currently running in the 6th position. Barrett is up to 7th. Corey DiMatteo is in the 8th spot. Teddy Hodgson, Woody Pitkat is 9th. Teddy Hodgson is 10th.
And it's going to be, it looks like Kopsick rounding out that lead pack as they make their way off of turn number 2 and up the back straightaway in the 179. Battle
Here comes
for third.
Matty Galco.
Galco to the inside as Rocco gets shuffled to that outside lane, and he's in jeopardy of losing a couple of spots here if he can't get that car back to the bottom. Chase Dowling is also stacked up to the inside. Galco to third. Dowling trying to take 4th now from Keith Rocco, who's the lone car topside. Gallup looks on in position number 6 as they come back off turn 4. Already 17 of 81 complete.
With 17 of 81 complete in a zone of his own, Ronnie Williams with car number 50 at the front of the field. Meanwhile, let's look a little further back at the bottom of the top 10. Steven Kopsick is moving forward. He's in the 11th spot with car number 179. Up front, leader of the pack still remains Ronnie Williams. Margin is 1.419. That is the biggest lead in any feature we've seen tonight here over the 2nd place car of Eric Goodale. Then in the 3rd position, Matty Ice, Matty Galco, looking very strong in 3rd. The Mertz car used to be driven by Woody Pitkat. They had a lot of success, that combination, and people were kind of surprised. But Matty Galco has come into his own here at Stafford, and he's doing a good job in 3rd. Chase Dowling in the 4th position in the call before you dig 811 car.
He runs in position number 4. You mentioned Woody Pitkat a moment ago, driving for Doug Dunleavy in car number 88. He's running in the top 10 in position number 8. In fact, he's leading that battle you see on your screen right now, just in front of Kopsick and DiMatteo. Hodgson in the mix as well in car number 55 as they go back to turn number 2. All from about 8th on back.
Well, it appears that that's really where the toughest part of this event is about to unfold, because from those positions there, we've got a lot of strong competitors that haven't even emerged yet among the front pack of cars. Now, there is some tire strategy in this one, and we're wondering if anybody plans on pitting or will they stay out for the majority of the entire 81 laps of competition.
No change at the front of the field. Looking at the gap at the point, it has lengthened over the last 2 laps, now 1.6 seconds between race leader Ronnie Williams and Eric Goodale. There's the battle for 3rd. Matt Galco, Matty Ice driving car number 6, and Chase Dowling in car number 9 in the 4th position. Keith Rocco beginning to lose touch in position number 5 in car number 57 as they make their way up the back straightaway. Best battle right now among the leaders is that battle for position number 3 as they come back to the stripe. No change in that battle with Galco hanging on to the spot over Dowling.
Another good battle on the racetrack, Kyle, is between Tommy Barrett and Woody Pitkat. That's the battle for the 7th and 8th spot. Barrett is in the silver and black LFR number 4 New Hampshire, and Woody Pitkat has got that throwback Buzz Chew Chevrolet paint scheme from the 88 for Doug Dunleavy. So those two have been very, very close, and nobody's been able to pick up a spot. Then Steven Kopsick has moved from the 15th position up to the top 9. Teddy Hodgson dropped back to the 10th spot, but I have a feeling Hodgson is not done yet.
Hodgson in car number 55, running in the SK Modified full-time this season for Dan Avery, running this 55 entry on the back straightaway now. Among the top 10 runners for Teddy as he races off of turn number 4, just in front of the 11 of Corey DiMatteo as they come back down to the stripe. DiMatteo in 11th, Marcello Rafrano also quiet in this event thus far in car number 48. He's also a winner of one of these open modified races over the last 3 years.
There's no question about it. Ronnie Williams and Adam Scavora's prepared race car has got the field covered during the first 29 laps of this event. His times are amazing. The best time he turned was an 18.910. And believe it or not, that is the only car of two that was in the 18-second bracket. The other one early in the event was Eric Goodale, and Matty Galco also was in that bracket as well. Chase Dowling has been in the low 19s, but not in the 18-second bracket. Traffic up ahead of that battle for third. Dave Sazzarillo, the 1812 paint and auto body car.
For the first time today, over 2 seconds between Ronnie Williams and Eric Goodale, 2.1. Last time by as that battle for third continues, about 5.5 seconds behind the race leader, Matt Galco, car number 6. And here comes Chase Dowling, once again looking to the inside off of turn number 4. Will settle in the line in 4th. Keith Rocco, he's about to have his hands full as Jeff Gallup closes in from position number 6.
Good battle still shaping up in that pack of cars. Here comes Chase Dowling. He dive bombs down, takes over the third spot, car number 9. The 811 call before you dig machine moves on to the podium with 33 laps into the record books. That's the S&S Paving Wicked Power Sports machine. Trouble off turn number 4. The leader coming up on lap traffic as Latour's car got a little bit out of shape, but that doesn't slow down Ronnie Williams.
Still 2 seconds between the top two. Lost a 10th as Ronnie had to thread the needle there a lap ago, moving around some lap cars, including Frank Latour in the 2. He is now clear of traffic. Bloxham also a part of that battle, and car number 55 has gone a lap down. And now Eric Goodale will work that same lap traffic in turn number 3, moving to the outside of Frank Latour, and now we'll close in on Bloxham.
Yep, and down on pit road, Todd Owen with the Chassis Pro machine. Mechanical problems apparently with that race car. Heartbreaker for him. He's a workaholic, and Butch Shea really knows how to get those cars to run on this racetrack. We know just that.
Not a lot of movement down there in the 81 pit. Looks like he is done. Whatever is wrong with that car is terminal.
Here's a good battle, Kyle, between the 2 4s, Jeff Gallup and Tommy Barrett. Now, you remember years back, Tommy Barrett had this masterful way of doing things. He would pit and move the right front tire to the right rear and the right rear to the right front. Today, strongest we've seen him run in quite some time in a car that is owned by Mike and Michelle Davini. And they're doing a pretty good job, those two guys, not letting either one get out of their sight. And of course, it looks like they are gaining on Keith Rocco. As we are approaching the halfway mark, 39 of 81 complete in the call before you dig.
Another lap complete, closing in on halfway, no change at the point. The interval stabilized, now 2.3 seconds
about
between Ronnie Williams, the race leader, and Eric Goodale in second. Chase Dowling and Matt Galco, that battle has long settled. In fact, Dowling has really been able to break away from Galco, who has fallen off the pace in 4th. Best battle right now from 5th on back, Rocco in 5th in the 57. Then it's Gallup and Barrett, 6th and 7th, and they are all within a car length of each other. You can add DiMatteo and Kopsik and Hodgson to that battle as well. Anywhere from 5th on back, they're racing tightly bunched.
They
the
sure
top
are.
4 really strung out right now around this speedway.
They certainly are. Down on pit road, it looked like Dave Sazzarillo's car is pulled back behind the wall. That's the 1812 paint and auto body car. Now Todd Owen's car looks to be coming back out. So whatever the problem was, they discovered and found it, and they are sending that car back out. He did lose several laps in the competition. So we'll reset the field for you. 43 laps and counting. Williams has been the dominant car, untouchable so far. Eric Goodale setting in second. Dowling is third, the 9 Connecticut, Matt Galco. 4th spot, and 5th is Keith Rocco. Then there's that battle of the 4s. Jeff Gallup in the 4 Mass and the 4 New Hampshire of Tommy Barrett. Woody Pitkat is 8, Teddy Hodgson is 9th, and Steven Kopsick is 10th.
Further in the rundown, Corey DiMatteo 11th. Then it's going to be Chris Pastriak in 12th, Marcello Rufrano 13th, Mikey Flynn 14th. Buddy Charette will round out the top 15. Then it's Dave Etheridge, Dylan Izzo, Anthony Bello, Robert Bloxham, who has gone a lap down, as has Frank Litwell in 20th. Dave Sazzarillo, Todd Owen, Matt Swanson. That is the running order. 23 cars took the green flag here tonight. An event that so far, knock on wood, has been clean and green.
Flawless,
just one
much.
caution
Yes.
early on in this race.
Leader coming up on heavy traffic, Kyle, as they come off turn number 4.
About to have his hands full. About a half a dozen or so cars racing too wide, just in front of Ronnie Williams. Izzo is one of them.
Bellows is on the inside right now. Williams does the crisscross. He splits the two, makes it through them, but there is a gaggle of cars, 4 cars, directly in front of him next as the next markers on the field.
Flynn in the 24, the 34 of Etheridge, the 28 of Charette, and the 48 of Rufrano, all in front of the race leader, and they're all battling amongst themselves, and they get together right in front of Ronnie Williams, who has to jump on the brakes. Close call for Ronnie Williams in car 50.
And that was Marcello Rufrano, who got bounced around like a ball in a pinball machine. He just had no choice whatsoever. Still in command. Williams' lead has still not vanished, even with the situation that occurred. He continues to pick them off down underneath the 24 of Mikey Flynn.
1.7 seconds. Last time by. Now Goodale will send a car spinning off turn number 2. Caution is out.
Inside, row number 2. Woody Pitcat, Doug Dunleavy's number 88, and Steven Kopsick, Chase Dowling's best buddy, setting back in the 5th position with Teddy Hodgson in 6th.
Here they come off of turn number 4 to begin lap number 51 of this 81 lap Call Before You Dig 81 feature event. And it's Galco in the outside lane that gets the jump as they race to turn number 2. New leader at the point as they race up the back straightaway. Here comes Woody Pitcat up to 2nd.
Woody Pitcat makes the preferred line. I don't think anybody would be, well, anything but surprised that how Ronnie Williams had a tough time of getting off to the start. Now Williams in the 3rd position. Chase Dowling suffered the most. He dropped back. Here comes Woody Pitcat, trying to make a move. Teddy Hodgson back to life in the upper lane.
Tap to the back bumper on Galco. A corner ago for Woody Pitcat, who now looks to go to the outside lane, look to build that run off of turn number 2 and up the back straightaway. With Williams right there in 3rd. Battle for the lead. Bottom shot move. Turn 3. Woody Pitcat to the point for now.
The Doug Dunleavy machine is leaving the field at the front. Woody Pitcat takes over the number 1 position. Here comes Matty Galco back in the thick of things. And here comes Ronnie Williams. 3 cars under a blanket. Off the turn, they're 3 wide as they come back to the stripe.
And they're all okay with Williams continuing to look to the inside of race leader Woody Pitcat. They are side by side again for the top spot. Galco in 3rd, Dowling in 4th, Teddy Hodgson moving into the top 5 in car number 55 as they come back off the corner, bid for 3rd to complete lap number 55.
There's no question about it. It is a torrid battle among the top 8 cars. Meanwhile, here comes Williams. Remember how quick he was before the caution. Now, Woody Pitcat showing patience. Took the lead, quietly marched to the front. 56 of 81 laps, now into the record books. Here comes Ronnie Williams. Still in 2nd. Galco still in 3rd. Dowling and Hodgkins, your top 5 cars.
It's the way they run as they cross the stripe, with Rocco in the 6th position in car number 57. Kopsick in 7th, DiMatteo 8th, Etheridge 9th, and Eric Goodale, who has been very aggressive since the restart, is back into the top 10 as the leaders string it out up the back straightaway. Williams had a look to the inside of Pitcat off of turn number 2, but could not make a move. Will get back in the line.
There's no question about it. He's giving it his all as Williams is trying to make the move this time. Down to the inside. Woody Pitcat leads the parade down into turn number 3. Williams and Pitcat cling and they clang. They rub rails. At the stripe, it's Ronnie Williams back in command. 59 laps in. Car 50 is your new leader.
Things beginning to pick up at the front of the field with 21 laps to run. This time by off of turn number 4. Ronnie Williams back to the head of the class for now over Woody Pitcat. Matt Galco in third. Chase Dowling is there in fourth. Teddy Hodgson in fifth. Rocco unable to make a move. He is in the sixth spot. Then it's Kopsick, a trouble turn 2. One car goes around. That's Gallup to the bottom of the racetrack.
24. Well, we're going to do it all over again. Woody Pitcat on the outside of Ronnie Williams. Matty Galco, Chase Dowling in the second row.
21 laps to go. We're back underway in the Call Before You Dig 81 for the Open Modifieds, and they are side by side at the point. And trouble behind. One car hard into the outside wall. Puts us under the caution. It looks like it's
Williams and Pitcat, deja vu.
Green is out. We're off and rolling. Pitcat with the jump in the outside lane. Ronnie Williams to the bottom. Teddy Hodgson, good run. Moves into the top 3 for the first time tonight. In fact, he'll look to the outside of Williams for second. Not sure if there was enough room there on the back straightaway. Will settle into line in third.
There's no question about it. He comes off the turn. Now Teddy Hodgson is trying to apply the pressure. Hodgson continuing to make his presence known in that third position.
DiMatteo on pit road in car number 11 as we continue under the green flag. 20 laps to run. Field singles out at the front. But a challenge for the leadoff turn 4. Ronnie Williams looking inside and out on race leader Woody Pitcat.
There's no question about it. There is a battle of the fittest right at the point. Meanwhile, Goodale has now surfaced back among the top 7 cars. Eric Goodale, we almost counted him out earlier, as now he continues to thread the needle and get back to the front. Leader is still Pitcat. 0.139. The story there.
Little contact among the race leaders going into turn number 3. Williams giving Pitcat a bit of a smooch upon entry. Off turn 4, looks to the inside. Could we have a side-by-side battle for the lead? We will in turn number 2. Williams to the bottom of Pitcat.
There's no question about it. Here comes Williams again. Inside lane. Going, gone. Crossover. Here comes Pitcat back to life.
Very aggressive move back to the inside for Woody Pitcat. Pitcat back to the front. Williams to second. Teddy Hodgson, great seat in for this battle in the third spot. Then the battle for fourth. Galco and Eric Goodale has fought his way back into the top 5 in car 58.
Eric Goodale is not done yet. Car number 58 continuing to march right back to the front of this field. Goodale continues to look racy. Back up front. Here comes Williams. Slingshot. The big swoosh. But it is still Williams back in command.
Great back and forth battle at the front of the field. Williams out front over Pitcat. Hodgson in third. This time Pitcat unable to respond. In fact, he'll lose a couple of car lengths to Ronnie Williams, the race leader, coming around to complete lap number 68.
68 laps now complete. Leader of the pack now, Steven Kopsick, is trying to apply the pressure to Matty Galco. Kopsick is in the 6th spot. Galco is directly in front of him, and then it is Keith Rocco in 7th, Dowling in 8th, Pastriak in 9th, and David Etheridge in 10th.
That's the top 10. No challenge for position among the top 10 as we speak, as they race up the back straightaway. In fact, the battle for the lead, no longer a battle. It's Williams, couple of car lengths in hand over Woody Pitcat. Good battle for third shaping up, though. Matt, make that to Eric Goodale, closing in on Teddy Hodgson. Hodgson in third, Goodale in fourth, peeking to the inside off turn number 2. Goodale in that red and yellow and black numeral number 58 car. Hodgson in the white and orange 55 as they come off turn 4. They're side by side for that spot.
Here comes Eric Goodale. Keeps it tight to the bottom of the racetrack. That move of the tire swap paid off. because now Eric Goodale is back on the podium here at Stafford in the third position. Behind him is Teddy Hodgson, still not giving up. And then it is Matty Galco in the fifth position.
Car slow, back straight away. We'll get to the pit lane. We'll stay under the green flag as they race off of turn number 4 down to the stripe into the final 10 laps. 73 of 81 complete. No change. Williams over Pitcat. Then that battle for third, which is also singled out. Goodale has that spot and has been able to drive away from Teddy Hodgson in fourth. They stack up for fifth.
There's no question about it. What a good run that Ronnie Williams. On a long run, that car seems to get quicker and quicker every time by. Now Kopsick is dealing with Matty Galco. That's for the fifth and the sixth position. Rocco is in seventh.
Marcello Refrano behind the wall in car 48 as that battle is side by side up the front straightaway that you were mentioning a moment ago for the 7th spot. Make that the 5th spot as Kopsick goes to the inside around Galco. Rocco is there. Chase Dowling is there as well. All from 5th on back.
Yep, good battle right there. Continues to be as Matty Galco's car seems to be backing up just a bit, but he still tries to hold on in the upper groove, and that car comes off the turn strong, so he's still maintaining that position.
Down to it, 77 of 81 complete. Ronnie Williams looking to become the winningest open modified driver here at the racetrack. He has 2 already, tied with Keith Rocco, Chase Dowling, and Ryan Preece among the most winners, or the most wins of winners in these open modified events here at Stafford, which debuted in 2018.
And of course, 78 laps are now complete. Williams checked out on the field. 1.128 over Woody Pitcat. Eric Goodale still in that third position. What a great comeback. Teddy Hodgson in the 4th spot, and Stephen Kopsick, a good run. Solid in the top 5.
It'll be the white flag this time around as the race leader is in turn number 3, about to complete lap number 80 for Ronnie Williams in the call before you dig, 81. White flag is out, 1 to go. Williams, the race leader, has quite a distance between himself and Woody Pitcat, a distant second.
In a zone of his own, the Adam Scavora prepared machine, the Empire Financial Group number 50, is back in winning form for the call before you dig. 8:11, 81 lap event. Woody Pitcat to finish in second. Eric Goodale, great comeback for third. Teddy Hodgson to finish in the 4th spot. Stephen Kopsick for 5. Keith Rocco to finish in 6. Matty Galco for 7th. Chase Dowling to finish in the 8th position. Charlie Pastriak for 9th. And Anthony Bello to round out the top 10.
A very competitive event with 9 different lead changes over the course of the 81 laps. You gave the top 10 a moment ago. Dave Etheridge finished in 11th. Buddy